Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. How are you class today? Alright, before we start the new topic, so I would like to reflect first what we already learned before this, which is in inventory system, right? So we still in this topic in inventory system. The first one, we already know what the definition of inventory system. Second, we already know also the types of inventory system. Did you still remember? Alright. So now today, in the end of this session, you should be understand what is the inventory management techniques. Alright. So today I will teach you the inventory management techniques. Alright. Inventory management techniques, normally we use ABC analysis. Alright. So ABC analysis. A stand for what, B stand for what, and C stand for what, right? So when we call it inventory, so you have to remember inventory is a system in warehouse, right? So in order to managing all the items in warehouse, right? So in ABC technique is on hand inventory. That means the inventory, the place of inventory in our warehouse. That's it, on hand. The item in, that means we not consider the item or our products or the raw materials in our we call it in our supplier or in our vendor. We only consider the inventory in our company. Alright. Okay. So ABC techniques always used to monitor, right? To use the monitor which the item in warehouse, alright, which is the usage high or the volume of high, right? So they normally using ABC techniques, alright. So before we use inventory technique, normally the companies or firm, they have a policy. For examples, so the item, the price within 100 to 200, say we call it for the item A, for example, and then the usage is 5,000, we call it item A. So all the segregation between item A, item B, and item C is based on the policy that make it in the company, right? We not just say, okay, this item is A and this item is B. It's not like that, right? The company have their own policy to doing the identify to how to identify the A item and in group in A item, in group and B item or C item. Alright. So we call it ABC. So what is a ABC technique? First, you have to classify the item first based on the policy that the firm or company already stated. Alright. Okay. Class A, which is volume is high, right? So that means in warehouse, the items is a lot in warehouse, right? So it also represent to 70 to 80% of the total inventory items. So in the warehouse, when you get this, when you look at the system, 70 to 80% items in A, in a classified in A, and represent 50% of the total inventory item, right? So the first, you have to identify the usage. So the usage is 70 to 80% usage, and also is in the total inventory system is 15%. Alright. So the class B, volume is a medium. Volume is medium. So represent is 50% to 25% of usage, right? So total inventory item is represent 30% of total inventory item. And lastly is of class C. So volume is low, and then represent 5% of the usage. The item that we use or the company use is a little, and also represent 55% of the inventory item. So this is a class A, class B, and class C. So when we already know the class A, class B, and class C, so what as you as a worker or employees or planner in the company, so what you should be focus, right? So normally doing the planning, or you want to top up all the item, or you want to focus the item, you have to focus class A. Why we should focus class A class? Because class A, the volume is high, the usage is high. So you make sure focus the class A. Focus item to selecting a supplier, right? You have to, if the supplier A cannot make it fulfill your requirement for the class A, you should be have another supplier. Because if you did not focus the item in class A, will be interrupted in your operation, right? Okay, and then the class A also, you have to strengthen the choosing of the items, in terms of quality, in terms of cost, because class A is give more impact in operation compare B and C. So this is a inventory management technique. We call it ABC analysis. So we conclude that ABC techniques is in order to make it inventory is a smooth planning, smooth in operation, all right? Because you focus on the class, you focus the class A, because based on usage and also based on the total inventory. So class, so this session we already learned about inventory management technique, focusing in ABC analysis. Alright, so I think that's all. See you. Thank you.